Hi guys, this is Mike, and you are going to learn how to solve the Rubik's Cube. This is part one in a three-part series. The objective of this part one is pretty easy. It's to do what's called the white cross. That means to have a white cross up here with each edge, which of the four edge pieces has the white on top and the other side touching the same color center. But before I get into that, let me just explain some mechanics of the Rubik's Cube. The Rubik's Cube is composed of 6 center pieces. These are all automatically in the right position. It doesn't matter how much you mix it, you always start out with 6 pieces right. The 6 centers. The yellow is always opposite the white. Red is always opposite the orange, green is always opposite the blue. Nothing you can do about it. Then there are 8 corner pieces and 12 edge pieces. Edges are always edges, corners are always corners, centers are always centers. So the object is to put each piece in the right position and the right orientation. That's all there is to it. I know. Easier said than done. So let's get started, shall we? All right, let's jump right in and solve the white cross. This first part of my solution relies a lot on common sense. I'm not going to give you any algorithms. So let's see if we already have any white up here. And we do. Here is a white one. This is the white-red edge piece, but the red is touching the orange center, so let's just keep rotating this until this red side of the edge is touching the red center. There, one piece already done. Any other whites on top? Nope. So now let's look on the bottom. Are there any white edges on the bottom? Nope. So that must mean that the other 3 are here in the middle. Well, actually, here's the green and white edge piece on top, but it's oriented wrong. We could do anything at this point, but what I personally like to do is, if I don't have any other correct ones up here and no correct ones down here on the bottom, is to look for one in the middle. And I am going to rotate, say this one here, the white-blue, to the bottom so that the white side is touching the yellow center. I mean, I could do it like that, but then the blue is touching the yellow. So I'm going to rotate it this way. So now I have my the white side of the edge piece touching the yellow. Then I am just going to rotate this what is for now the bottom, but I'm going to later call it the top, until the blue side of the edge piece is touching that same color center. So blue is touching blue, and then simply rotate it to the top. Now I have 2 done. 1, 2. And in doing that, I see that coincidentally I also solved this white and orange one. So just the white and the green one to go. Where is it? Here it is. It is over here in the center. So I need to bring this up to here. Now, the way I like to do this is, again, to bring it to the bottom, because at this point the bottom is just junk. I can do whatever I want down there and not mess anything up. So I am going to rotate my white and green edge to the bottom, move it out of the way, because you can see I temporarily messed up this blue and white. So move it out of the way, then move my blue and white back up to the top because I don't want to mess up that. Now I have my green and white on the bottom. White is touching yellow, that's good. So I just need to move that, rotate that bottom until the green side of the edge is touching the green center, and then just simply rotate it to the top. And I have achieved my white cross. See? These match, these match, these match, and these match. Let's run through it again, shall we? Okay, let's do another run through of step 1. We have no other white edges here on top, so now let's look for any on the bottom. I like it, like I said before, when a white is touching the yellow, then I just rotate that bottom until the other side, in this case the orange, is touching the same color center. So orange is touching orange, white below it, then just rotate it 180 degrees. So now my white and orange edge is right. Let's look for another one. I see no other whites down here, so let's look on the bottom. I see no whites down here, so let's look on the edges. Okay, here is my blue and white edge in the middle layer. So what I'm going to do is to carefully do a rotation to get this on the bottom such that the white is touching the yellow, like this. So I can do that and I didn't mess anything up. So white is touching yellow, that's good. Now I just rotate that yellow face until that blue is touching the blue center, then just simply 180 degrees, and now this one is right. 2 down, 2 to go. I don't see any white here on the bottom, so let's look on the edge. Here is my, the middle layer. Here's the green and white edge piece in the middle layer. Let's rotate that to the bottom carefully so that the white is touching the yellow. But watch when I do it this time. I temporarily messed up this blue and white. So what I want to do is move it to the bottom here, move it out of that line of fire, and then move this blue and white edge piece back to the top. So I haven't messed up anything I already accomplished, and now I've got a white and yellow touching down here, which is good. So I've got green on the other side of that edge piece, rotate the bottom so that green is touching green, and then 180 degree turn. So now this is right. 3 down, 1 to go. And here is the last one. My white and red edge piece, but look, the white is not touching the yellow. So if it were, I could just move it up like that and it would be right, but it's not. So what you do in this situation, this is mainly just requires some common sense. I'm going to move it here. Then I am going to move this left side 90 degrees so that this red side of the edge piece touches the red center. But watch, when I do that, I temporarily mess up this white and green, but that's okay. Move that to the right position, then move it to the top, and then fix this green and white which I messed up by moving that to the top. So there is my white cross achieved. So this was kind of indicative of solving any of these puzzles. You have, until the whole puzzle is done, you have some part of the puzzle that has just random junk pieces that you can move or position the good pieces around to get them in the right place. Sometimes you need to mess up something you already accomplished to get a piece into the right position, which is fine. Don't worry about it. Just mess up what you already did temporarily, make that move, get that piece that you just moved out of the way, and then fix the piece that you messed up. That may not make total sense to everyone right now, but I would encourage you to just try to solve that white cross on your own. It's not necessarily going to be easy the first time. It requires some common sense, but I think that you're watching this video because you like a challenge. And I don't think that the Rubik's Cube would be fun if it was just a bunch of memorization. It should require some thinking. So look, there it is again. So yeah, that was part one. In part two, I am going to explain how to finish the white layer as well as the middle layer. And the way I do it at the same time. So make sure you have a firm grasp on the white cross, and I will see you over in part two. So thanks guys for watching. Bye.